Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. I thought since Wednesday I used a really big set of dice, this time I would use the smallest set of dice I own, thanks to the viewer who sent these in. First up, let's roll for bread. 3 apple strudel bread. Small dice, small bread, but that's okay, because then there's less sandwich if it's bad. Next up, let's roll for main. 8 Braunschweiger. This creamy liver sausage can be a bit of an acquired taste. Personally, I love it. It's definitely not an everyday food, but when the mood strikes me, I love Braunschweiger on a sandwich. Usually a much simpler sandwich than what I expect today's to be. I've gotten Braunschweiger on cinnamon raisin bread before, so I think things will be okay with this apple strudel bread. All right, next up, let's roll for cheese. 6 queso fresco. Queso fresco, literally fresh cheese, is the Mexican version of farmer's cheese, which is basically an unaged cheese that's pretty easy to produce at home. Next up, let's roll for roughage. 2 Kool-Aid pickles and 9 avocado. Well, our black Halloween pickles are back, and it's our first real curveball of this sandwich. I'm still on the fence about these. I'm not the biggest fan of fake grape flavor, but the little bit of acid that these will add to the sandwich is a welcome addition. It's been a minute since we've gotten avocado, and this is definitely an interesting sandwich for it to return for. Both the Braunschweiger and the queso fresco both have a creamy consistency, as will the avocado, so there's going to be a lot of creaminess going on. Not that that's a bad thing, just an observation. All right, and let's hit it with some wild magic. 14.
I'm talking about a sandwich superstar,
A sandwich additive.
where you hear the entrance music, and you're like, oh, and then it comes into the sandwich, and you're
can
like,
I hit you with this then? Can I hit you with this then? Can we get a jeu? Can we get a jeu? Can we have a side of jeu?
a nice jeu.
A nice jeu.
I feel like that's a 14, maybe.
Yeah, 14 feels right
Yeah.
to me. A jeu.
I feel like 14 accounts for like it's probably going to be good, but it allows for the possibility that you don't want it.
Yeah,
You know what I
like
mean?
you don't want a jeu for a PB&J. That sucks.
Yeah.
Or maybe you do?
Yeah. Oh, now you.
Well, no PB&J today, so that will remain a mystery, but we can definitely get a jus. All right, last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. 13 toasted garlic mayo. All right, I'm not mad at that. That goes pretty well with everything else we've got on here, and should work with our jus as well. Really, the only thing that ended up kind of weird was the pickles. All right, let's get our sandwich closed up here. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together. And let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross section. All right. Well, this will be interesting. This is definitely not the sandwich I would have made if I was making a sandwich to eat au jus, but I think it stands a chance at being okay. All right, here's our first dip. And let's taste it. Yeah, that's not too bad. The Braunschweiger is pork liver, and this au jus is beef, but it still works. It just adds a little bit of richness and savoriness. Works well with that garlic mayo. The pickles are really the only thing that I'm not really liking. Definitely get a hit of fake grape flavor here and there. I'd say all things considered, the jus was a good idea. So much so, I think I'm going to add it to the regular Wild Magic list. And as far as this sandwich goes, I think I'm going to give it an 8.9, and I'm going to call it the Donkey. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.